Hi, guys, and welcome to this episode of the Just My Opinion podcast. On the Just My Opinion podcast, we react to entertainment related content and so much more. So, if you are somebody who likes content like this, you love when people talk about the entertainment, who is doing what, and dissecting it and giving our reactions, definitely this is a channel for you. So, make sure you stick around by hitting the subscribe button and hitting the notification button. Of course, like we said, it's just our opinion, just my opinion. So feel free to drop your opinion in the comments below. Do you agree? Do you disagree with what we say? We are always hoping to hear from you guys. And yeah, if you enjoy the content, feel free to share with your friends and bring them along to the party. So, hi, Ambassador.
Hello, people. It's your boy Ambassador again doing this thing.
Today we are going to be reacting to Jovi, Mike Monsta, Pascal. Pascal has come back into the scene and he has a lot to say. But first, let's read this what Jovi said regarding Mike Monsta. He says Mike Monsta is pushing the culture forward. I'm proud of him. Others should take note or learn one or two things from him. It is not too late to learn, and nobody but God knows everything. Okay, so we have Pascal saying, "Never have I ever seen a successful rapper that's selling albums." Okay, no, this is Mike Monsta reacting to Pascal. So before I read what Mike Monsta's reaction to Pascal is, let me first read what Pascal said. He said, "It is sad what we glorify as hip hop these days. 237 hip hop of rap is dead." Okay, and then Mike Monster had some words for that. He said, "Never have I ever seen a successful rapper that's selling albums complain that rap is dead. It's always the ones that tried but never evolved or learned how to earn from the skill. Y'all just mad others are succeeding where you failed, and the insecurity is very loud." Okay, so Pascal also had some other things. So Pascal also said, "Sometimes you need to shake a tree to enjoy healthy fruit because some trees will not go till the fruits get rotten." Okay. "If I have to be Judas for the greater good of the system, then why not? Watching from like a proud Judas. Congrats, Mickey Mike." Okay. So, for those of you who don't know, but I feel like majority of you might know, Pascal was once on the New Bell Music. He was Jovi's protege, and they did some collaborations together. Pascal had this very, like, a lot of us who saw this talent felt like this somebody who has a very bright future ahead of him. Then he left New Bell, and then there was some back and forth with Jovi. There was some beef, which we have covered on Chakara TV. And then he decided to retire from the music scene. And so he left the music scene, retired for a long time now. He has not dropped anything. But now he's coming back to say hip hop or rap in 237 is dead. Do you think so, Ambassador?
So it's good you are giving the context to this whole situation. I don't think hip hop in Cameroon is dead, but I think it's in a limbo. I have always said this, like there is this generation, people have disagreed with me. Like I always say, I felt like Jovi and Stanley had to hold the hands of the next generation to push them into Africa. Hold their hands, I don't mean signing them. You don't necessarily have to sign them, but do a collabo with them. Who knows what Thames collabo with Whiskey brought to her career? Who knows what? So that all of these collabos which these guys drop out there, which it exposes the artist to a whole different milieu. So if Stanley, after having won the Mamas and all the things he had done in Africa, he would have held one of these new talents which we are sure of. So like I call names out there, like for me, Kosi can rap. There's trees maybe now focusing more on singing kind of Afro things. Mike Monster, sure fact. So for me, those are some of the talents which, if someone holds their hand into Africa, it makes it easier for them, and now they focus their effort on Africa to global. But if they have to struggle to conquer Boya, conquer Douala, conquer Cameroon, they are already tired before they get to struggling to conquer Africa. Then maybe the best they will do is ending in Africa. But if they are strong enough, they might still conquer Africa and then go into the world. But who is to say what they would have become if they had that helping hand? So I think that's the background I always mention. Like, so rap is in that limbo because there are these guys that we're expecting from, but are not going there. There are lots of people boiling under the ground, but are waiting for the lead to just pop up and then they'll sprint out. But I already see some of these artists making their heavy moves. Like what the moves Mike has been making of recent is heavy. The moves Coach has been making of recent is heavy. And once they get that exposure, they are going to run out of the industry. And I think Stanley and Jovi would have lost out on that privilege to say, I'm an OG who did this for the culture by holding these hands. So every Tony Nobody interview, you always hear him talking about what he did and how Stanley is his son or his younger brother. Because everybody knows that Stanley at one point came under or worked with Tony Nobody to give him a certain level of exposure. That's something nobody can take from him. Even if Stanley does not give him money, even if Stanley does not recognize him, Stanley even shouts him out in some of the songs that Stanley recognizes him. So all of those things which I feel like they're missing out on an opportunity to hold some of the hands of these upcoming or super talented artists who are knocking on that door to break into Africa. I don't think they have anything to prove in Cameroon. Anyway, Kosi has had some solid hits in Cameroon. Mike Monsta, not so much. But we all know the guy is crazy talented. Just needs the exposure. Mike Monsta can hold his own in any African rap today. And with the energy still boiling in him, the potential of what he can become, it's a mystery, something we don't know. So till we give him that push, then he becomes. So I think Pascal is also one of those guys who was super talented, but I think he just lost interest in the game, frustrated with the game and all of that, then pulled back. But Pascal is also one of those names which I think if he continued or if he was consistent, he would have been in this debate at the same level. So he's just now kicking back like, there you go, congratulating another rapper, but you failed to hold the hands of all the guys who were with you that could have done this same thing. You are acting like you are happy for people who are doing it. So I see where he's coming from, but for me, I just feel like there's no need for that, man. I mean, like, it's almost like you expected your father to send you to school, but man, when you're above 19 years, you should no longer be dwelling on my father did not do this for me, my father did not send me to this school. Do everything that you want to do now for yourself. That has passed. What has passed has passed. There's nothing you can do about it. You just focus on the future, and now you have the hands, you have the strength to do things for yourself. So I think I understand where he's coming from, but I don't think it's necessary in the sense of that has passed. Maybe Jovi is trying to flip a new page. Maybe he's trying to, that's his way of reaching out, and then who knows what can become after this. So for me, it's just, let's try to focus on the future and then make it good. The whole industry is suffering because of all this bad energy, bad blood that we have amongst ourselves. So if Jovi makes that statement, I can understand where you're coming from. As long as he does not try to claim the success, he just congratulates. I'm fine with that. If he claims to somebody like, hold up, man, what did you exactly do for these people? How did you help? Yeah. The same things Jovi can claim to. I mean, he can lay claim to the whole making people believe, this kind of general claim of, I gave people hope in the industry. I made them believe that it is possible. But to actually say that, okay, I changed this guy's life, they have to tell us that I gave him this collabo, I signed him and gave him this opportunity, I recommended him to this British station, those kind of things where you want to lay claim to those things like, yeah. We can say like Tony Nobody, Caravan Mobile, back in the day, Stanley and all, this was the story. Facts, tickets, receipts brought to the table. So for me, I see where both of them are coming from, but I don't think it's necessary. I think we should focus on Mike and the buzz and the energy he's having now. That's just all of these other things are distractions. So we have been on this. That's why I said we're in the limbo because we have been on this same line of are we about to get to Africa? Are we about to get to Africa for the last 10, if not 15 years? No, let me say 10 years to be on the safe side. 10 years, yeah.
Okay, guys, let's talk about our sponsors, Echo.online.
Yeah, so as usual, I always say some of these arguments and debates will be solved by Echo in the future because there we could have all the numbers consolidated on one platform and we could say, okay, on Echo, your analytics are this, your streaming numbers are this, your ticket sales and the stadium you can fill is this. So all those analytics will have it on Echo.online when we all get active on there. I tell people like it's very funny how we say support your own, do this, but those same people say support your own don't do anything to support their own. They only say support their own when they are the own they're talking about, when they are the ones that they want to be supported. That's so there are all of these things we should do. We talk about these things, we push out some of these apps, we are doing all of those things because we know if the artists succeed, if we have all of this infrastructure in the industry, we all stand to benefit from it. If you're just looking at it from the my perspective, nobody will benefit from it because you will not support the other person will not support you, even when you are confident you think that you should be supported. Because you will not support them, they will not support you too. So Echo Online is one of that platforms where we can all support each other. Hence, by first step is you, the artist, create a profile, get your fans and all those, your management and everybody involved to follow you on Echo Online. When you have a reasonable number, then you start monetizing your art. Release your singles, put your songs out there, get them to buy, get them to stream, push out your merch, test the market, see what's working, push out even more, get events and tickets, sell your tickets on Echo Online. So there are various features on Echo Online that facilitate this process. The key thing is the payment method. It's adapted to the African payment method. Things like mobile money, people can actually buy on these sites. So you don't need to get credit cards and things to buy from abroad and all of that. Also, the artists can withdraw their money directly on this site. So it's not just a matter of liking and commenting. They can actually put their money where their mouth is and support their artists. So as usual, I tell people, jump on this site, upload your song, share the link to this song in the comment section. We'll do our part. We'll try to push that hard as we can on Echo, but also share the success story and then get others on board. So one Pascal said so. Yeah.
Okay, thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the Just My Opinion podcast. As usual, we always want to know what you think in the comments below. Do you think 237 Hip Hop is dead or not? Let us know in the comments below. Thumbs up to this video, subscribe, hit the notification button, and see you guys next time. Bye, guys.